discussing Cruz Operations Center and how it can help simplify the deployment and ongoing management of edge solutions in the ROBO world. So let me click forward here. And just to verify, are the slides moving for you?
Yeah, everything's good.
Fantastic. All right. I won't ask again. Perfect. Okay. So right off the bat, Ryan just mentioned it, so yeah, I think you've probably heard it multiple times today, but we'd like to clarify something. Most of you have probably heard of our product under the acronym OMNM. To make it clear, OMNM is CruzOC, CruzOC is OMNM, it is the same product. We're going to be migrating off of the OMNM name in the next few months, and we'll be referring to the product as Cruz or CruzOC moving forward. Okay, all right, now that that's out of the way, I'll start with a little background info on Dorado. So Dorado Software has spent the last 18 years working to collapse operational silos into a single converged management suite. There are all types of devices out there produced by a wide variety of vendors, most of which have their own autonomous management system. It is not uncommon for an organization to utilize numerous software products in order to manage the various devices within their respective infrastructures. Dorado and CruzOC exist to provide a singular system that will eliminate the need for those individual products by providing the user with a converged operation management system capable of collecting, configuring, analyzing, monitoring, and orchestrating a multi-technology, multi-vendor IT infrastructure. In our 18 years, we've acquired over 5,000 customers ranging from the small to medium business market to service providers to large corporate enterprises. As a long-standing Dell partner, we have developed a unique relationship in several ways. First, Cruz has certain features relating to support assist and warranty tracking that are only available on Dell products. While we support a number of vendors, only Dell products can take advantage of that direct and seamless integration. Second, we are a Dell ESG name partner, which means that the Dell sales teams retire quota and receive commission on all Cruz sales. Last thing on this slide, while Cruz provides a complete umbrella management system, there are certain key point solutions that we address. The four main point solutions are data center management, NCCM or network configuration and change management, security and compliance, and ROBO, remote office branch office. This presentation will touch a bit on all of those topics. However, we're going to primarily focus on ROBO today. We will be creating additional presentations on each of these and make them available at a later date. Okay, before we get into the specifics of the Cruz platform and how it relates to the ROBO market, we should probably first define ROBO. As I mentioned before, ROBO stands for Remote Office Branch Office. The term can apply to any organization that has locations spread out over a significant geographic expanse. Think retail chains, restaurants, banks, healthcare organizations, energy companies, and so on and so forth. While these organizations are disparate in function, they do have a common need for the efficient deployment and management of edge compute and networking components. During this presentation, we're going to address those common needs by discussing the architecture of branch environments, the common pain points and business impediments encountered, the key support functions ROBO provides, and the features and benefits of each of those functions. Okay, first off, let's touch on the architecture of ROBO environments. This slide depicts the general components that could be involved in an individual branch deployment. You're looking at an environment that may contain new and existing resources, single edge devices, potentially dozens of office-based solutions such as IoT devices and power supplies, multiple vendors, as well as corporate defined standards or unique arrangements. The permutations are broad, typically static, yet highly dynamic. Regardless of the underlying architecture, a number of functions are essential to meet a company's business and financial objectives. The key functions that support ROBO are the ability to provide comprehensive management for new edge compute devices like Dell's VEP series, the ability to manage the customer's hypervisor of choice and associated VNFs, VMs, and containers, and finally to provide integrated support of other branch-located equipment, both pre-existing and as part of the new ROBO rollout solution. Okay, let's talk about the common pain points experienced in a ROBO environment. Branch office deployments and ongoing management present a number of unique challenges and impact the business in multiple ways. I'm not going to go through all of the items listed here, but just touch on a few. Let's start with minimizing on-site technical support costs. Consider a large retail clothing chain. In just about every case, the store is going to be staffed by any number of employees who are tasked with keeping the store in order, bringing out additional inventory, processing transactions at the register, servicing customers, and so on and so on. If a new device needs to be deployed, most organizations are not going to trust these employees to set up the device, install the relevant software, and make sure all of the appropriate updates have been applied. Instead, they will end up sending out a support engineer for deployment purposes. Spread that over hundreds or even thousands of sites, some in very remote locations, and the associated cost can be extreme. A second pain point, ensuring consistent and timely software upgrades. Corporations with branch sites will have common compliance standards that apply to each location, such as standardizing configurations, applying security patches and firmware updates, etc. All of these tasks have traditionally been performed manually. Think of the time involved in logging into hundreds, if not thousands of devices and performing that manual update. Again, this is not something that's going to be completed by a worker at each individual store. This is something that will have to be completed remotely or by sending an engineer on site. The last pain point I'm going to touch on is the existing equipment discovery and management. I'm going to use a little recent customer experience here. We were working with an organization that maintained over 800 sites and was continuing to expand by acquiring 3 to 5 new locations per month. The challenge with this expansion is the IT team was inheriting new sites with little to no idea of what was actually in them. They had zero visibility into their network and compute infrastructure, causing an inordinate amount of troubleshooting time on each and every support ticket. Even as they were able to discover the devices, they found out-of-date firmware, random unexplained devices, and a lack of protocol standards, among many other challenges. Not only is there a significant amount of time and cost associated with identifying all of these devices, but there are serious security risks in play due to non-compliant configurations. So now that we've discussed the architecture and some of the common pain points, let's talk about how CruzOC supports organizations that require comprehensive support for all aspects of a remote branch office's network and compute infrastructure. For deployments ranging from a single branch of thousands of sites, for deployments ranging from a single branch to thousands of sites, Cruz provides end-to-end support that minimizes costs, increases operational visibility, maximizes efficiencies, and ensures security. We're going to expand on that by taking a deeper dive in each of these 4 key features. Number 1, automating the initial site deployment and configuration while also automatically discovering existing resources. Number 2, ongoing monitoring and comprehensive end-to-end access to branch resources. Number 3, constant monitoring of security configuration and compliance policies. And number 4, software lifecycle management. Okay, starting with no-touch deployments, Cruz offers a number of features to accelerate the rollout and configuration of these new devices. The initial deployment is easily the most daunting milestone for a remote site program. Managing requirements of deploying multi-branch solutions with on-site technical support is a major cost and can significantly extend the timeframes required. The Cruz ROBO solution effectively eliminates on-site support with automated processes and network connectivity configuration. Consistent configurations across distributed branch sites is imperative to ensuring the required security and connectivity to upstream processes. The Cruz solution lets you maintain and automate the application of configurations during deployment and validate compliance prior to site launch. Additionally, the Cruz solution lets you schedule and automate end-to-end processes to manage the suspension, migration, and resumption of associated branch services. Moving on to consolidated resource monitoring. Cruz provides a single pane of glass perspective to all of the end customer's compute, networking, and application performance metrics. To put it succinctly, downtime is money. It's a business imperative to maximize performance and eliminate outages. Remote or branch solutions are generally converged, as well as bring your own device and or bring your own software environments. To meet business expectations, management solutions must manage these multi-technology environments with minimal local support. Cruz brings a proven record of managing infrastructure in diverse resource environments. By offering complete visibility into physical and virtual platforms, compute and network devices, and application performance metrics, Cruz isolates service impacting problems early, thus dramatically reducing downtime and site visits. In addition, packaged and extensible automated correction and recovery processes can be applied across all corporate branch sites, further reducing technical support staffing and downtime. Okay, the third highlight is active security compliance. Cruz validates all resource configurations, change auditing, and provides automated compliance enforcement. Security compliance is both a financial necessity and in many cases a regulatory requirement. Whether it be HIPAA in healthcare, PCI for credit card transactions, DoD security protocols, or any number of other requirements, being out of security compliance can lead to cyber vulnerability or regulatory fines, both being operationally and financially significant to the organization. Cruz offers a number of features that manage those requirements, including capturing and storing current device configurations, validating them against current policies, and restoring or replacing those configurations automatically as required, validating security configuration changes, auditing manual changes against current policies either via scheduled validation processes or in response to device alarms or logs. Approved security changes can be issued directly through CruzOC. And finally, automating corrective processes to bring security configurations back into compliance. This can be triggered from validation processes or by monitored device events. The final highlight addresses software lifecycle management. Cruz automates and schedules the application of corporate-wide software updates to network devices, computers, or applications. So maintaining software releases across remote sites is complicated, costly, and prone to error. Cruz allows users to automate these updates by maintaining a centralized and verified library of software images that can be applied across all ROBO sites to ensure branch configuration consistency. Current branch software configurations can be verified, backed up, and restored as required. Cruz also offers centralized control of individual batched and scheduled software updates through automated processes which require no technical intervention at the branch. So commenting, we're trying to minimize the level of effort at the branch site as much as possible. As a result, the defined process for each branch office software installation is automated and presented as one-touch upgrades with Cruz. So in summary, those are the four primary solution highlights showing how CruzOC can bring immediate consistency and value to the retail office, branch office community. Okay, now we're going to dig a little bit deeper into just a handful of slides here showing how kind of a more granular view into how Cruz applies these certain features. So as an example, this slide shows a custom dashboard that we created to show the use case for automated software deployment. It lists the available device resources, stored software images, the update schedule, applicable alarms and events, compliance policies, and so on and so forth. Please keep in mind that all of our dashboards are highly and easily customizable to meet the specific requirements of the end customer. We do ship with...
So this is a look at the tool, what it looks like, and we're talking about customization. All these portlets can be moved, added, taken away. So if you have a small customer that only cares about traffic flow analysis and maybe doing a little configuration management, we can literally set up his own little header to click on, and then we just have that. We can set up, it can be done as a knock center. Some people just want to see knock things. We literally can configure these and again, move these things out. And then there always can be right-clicked on to do whatever action you'd like to do, right? So this tool can be made very large or very small depending on the situation. Sorry, go ahead, Justin.
No, that's perfect. Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, to that point, what we're looking here is a snapshot of the tool itself. All of these individual boxes in here are independent portlets that can be moved. You can create your own. We do ship with kind of a standard set, maybe a default, if you will. But in most cases, our end customers will customize those to get the accurate view that they're looking for at an individual level. And those can be unique to individuals. They do not have to be common to the entire organization. So we can create independent dashboards for various levels of help desk support or an executive level overview, which I'll actually show here in a second. So yeah, thanks, Ryan. Okay, a few more of these. This dashboard actually shows the high-level corporate view that I just mentioned here. It lists the corporate hierarchical structure, managed edge devices, deployed VNF resources. Oh, sorry, got a quick forward one. There we go. Sorry about that. All right, I'll back up just to here. So this dashboard is showing the high-level corporate overview. It lists the corporate. Yeah.
Yeah. So they want to do questions.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, if you've got questions, go right ahead.
Yeah. Is Chris with you?
He is, yes.
Okay, yeah, just for the last 5 minutes here, we can field some questions. Okay, guys, here, questions? Hey, can we, the slides? Hey, Justin, can we give the slides out, or a version of it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, you know what, let me just skip ahead here, because these next three were just sort of showing some different overviews, corporate overview, branch overview, and the actual edge device. So real quick, and then we'll open it up to questions here. The SKUs are available. These are A SKUs that are currently available and loaded into the system. Orders are placed via Harmony. As I mentioned before, this retires quota. And then my last slide here is my contact info. The deck itself is actually significantly longer. It's probably another dozen of those sample slides, which actually dig down into the product itself. I'll kind of scroll through. I'm not going to go through these, but happy to share the deck, happy to provide whatever additional support you guys need.
Question. Go ahead.
Is there a demo that can you run so we can get to know the tool a little bit better?
No, but we can get you on it. We do webinars where we can do demos. Okay. Yeah, we do those fairly frequently. Okay, yeah, send them out to the team. Yeah, we're going to do one here in a couple of weeks, so, and that's just a general overview of the tool, and you guys can ask questions. It's just all Dell reps internal. Okay, I got that question. Go ahead. Any other questions?
We're going to get, I mean, I like this, but it's also like fairly new. Are we going to get more of this? That would be great.
What do you mean more?
Training.
Yeah, we can definitely do training. Hopefully Katie will have us back. I know next time we'll focus on servers, right? We can focus on servers. That's a big push within your group, so we can talk about that, absolutely. And then you'll get this slide deck too. I think we can probably pull up a few server things also. And I have the battle card here, Brad.
I just imagine that if you're just make one management your network, it's good to know how level of that you can, it'll tie heterogeneous, our brand, but the other brand for the most there.
Right.
But if they are having a need for that, get these guys on there, they can do a remote demo and show them the interface. And that's going to be the best selling point, is actually showing them the workings of it. But I would take that card you have, the high notes, and then set these guys up and the demo.
For sure.
I mean, it's the best. What if you find something like now?
So what questions are we asking our customers before we get them on the phone with you guys?
I have a slide deck for that. I can share it. That's part of our enterprise staffing.
Perfect.
Three questions. I ask the customer. The first one's real simple. Hey, are you going to answer?
Okay, I know this is tight, but thank you.
No, that's all good. Hey, Justin?
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, I think we're all set. We ran out of time. It went real well, I thought, actually. So I'll chat with you in a minute, okay? Thanks, Chris, for being on.
Yeah, I'll get on as soon as I'm here.
Yep, no problem. Thanks.